cut back and we've got, you know, a budget deficit possibly coming down the way, how can you add even these small amounts of salary and whatnot when you're in an environment like this?
Because any cost that's necessary to fund this commission will be from existing Attorney General resources. I do not intend to go back as the Attorney General and ask the legislature for additional appropriations to fund this commission. It can be funded completely within the current budget.
You're making a legislative push now during this election season. When, if at all, have you been involved in pushing for legislation or drafting it or anything in that matter?
Well, most recently, and not as a lobbyist, but as a law director in the village of Granville. There was a bill on open space in the last 6 months that I monitored for my client, the village of Granville, attended the hearings, and saw through the process until it was actually passed. I did that in my capacity as the law director for Granville, not as a lobbyist.
Do you have a sponsor? Have you had any conversations with leadership about this proposal?
It's interesting you should mention that. Yes, I've talked to, obviously Representative Shindell has agreed to carry the legislation for us. I have a meeting, I believe it's next week, with the President of the Senate, and I'd hope to be able to talk with Speaker Husted today, but he was tied up on another matter. So yes, I do intend to follow up on that.
You mentioned that you prosecuted cases, as a federal prosecutor, obviously. Any of them specifically dealing with corruption and
How about bribery? Law director and a fire chief over in the Steubenville area in 1986, 1987 time frame, right after I became the United States Attorney. Both were convicted, both went to jail. That's the first one that comes to mind.
I'd like to add something, Mike. I think this proposal is a...
sorry.
It's not
a direct from the back here, but...
It's not a reallocation of resources away from law enforcement. This is a law enforcement issue. And it's also going to free up monies for all 88 counties, because all 88 prosecutors have to pay for these special prosecutions out of furtherance of justice money. And how much money there is a lot of times all you get for the whole year to handle all your criminal cases, whether that be witness fees, paying for transcripts of grand jury testimony, and so on and so on. And a lot of times the special prosecutors can't do this for free, so you have to pay them out of your furtherance of justice money. So this proposal will free up that limited money that I have in my office and that Union County and Delaware County have as well, so I can spend it on other things, other law enforcement activity.